So before I start this video, just want to say right off the bat that I this is not a full-on attack on LBQT. I am an ally, um, so this is not to be offensive or to hurt um, anyone's feelings in any way. Um, basically, I'm gonna try my best to do this video without making them making people from the LBQT cry, or because you know, special shout outs to my friends, spiritual friends, Chad Walker and Alexander Vega. Alexander Vega. Um, Big shout outs to them because they are LBQT, but they also are spiritual, and the LBQT. Majority of them, especially the ones that are not indulged in spirituality, they are very sensitive. Okay, um, which brings me to my point with the whole thing with Dave Chappell and the baby. What he said about the baby. First, I don't know what kind of rapper calls himself the baby. I don't know. That's kind of not hard, in my opinion. Like, I have a former friend who I used to nickname the Big Baby, and he got mad when I called him that. So here's a rapper calling himself the Baby. Like, I think that should be a pop star's name, female pop stars. But I don't know. Do your thing. First, I never even heard about this guy until I heard about this Dave Chappelle thing. So his comments was, apparently the baby shot someone and killed someone and didn't do anything for his career, but he said something about um, gay people, about HIV, and this big uproar. Um, I don't blame them for getting mad because, to me, HIV is a big deal. And it was kind of implying that the only ones to get HIV, which is totally not true. It was a big thing in the 80s and still, today now. But the whole thing with don't ever hurt a gay person's feelings, that part is true. Um, this goes back to my last video about male masculinity being attacked. In today's society, it's catering to weakness, and when you are strong, it's like it's not cool. And in my experience, I've had a bunch of LBQT type of people that don't indulge in spirituality enough. So I have certain traits with me that they didn't like, and it's not like I did nothing to them. It's like I don't vaccinate. One was talking junk because I don't do vaccines. Okay, you know, many of them will say trust the science, but then when the science goes against them, um, then it's not science is not cool. And again, I'm not trying to attack. I'm trying to do this video the best I can without, you know. But now, there's self-improvement sites on videos on YouTube about male improving themselves, and they're getting flagged and taken down because it might say certain things about LBQT, but there's some videos that didn't say anything bad about it, and they still got, it's LBQT is it's very it is Illuminati. I hate to point that out because I am an ally. I do go to Pride to support my gay friends, but when you come down to it, being someone part of the Awakened movement, a New Ager, New Agers are part of the Awakened movement. Yeah, someone that's supposed to see these things, yeah, it's mainstream, so it's Illuminati. It's New World Order. Um, so I'd be a fool or in denial to not point that out, pretend it's not, because um, you know there's a Pride Month. It's June is Pride Month, so it's you know that tells you right there. And you go to Pride, they don't. I think I mentioned this in my last video. They don't play house music. House music was created by gay people. Why won't you um, why wouldn't they whatchamacallit, when looking for play that kind of music, commemorate it into their Pride events? And that's because house music is not mainstream. Certain songs will get into the mainstream, but most of the time those songs get in one or two hits. The artists, I mean, you'll get one or two hits. You know, like Daft Punk. And then Daft Punk left house music. They started doing other stuff. The first three albums, they were house. They were electro house, French house, and then after that, that's because they started to sell out. They got more popular. When you get more popular, you start to sell out. And hate to say it because I'm a huge Daft Punk fan, but as you saw in my other videos, that's what happens when you start. If you want to make more money, be more mainstream, you start to sell out because you have to appease to an audience where you're getting your money from. So, um, you know, the whole Dave Chappelle thing is just a joke, but it comes to the reality of how sensitive a lot of LBQT members are. You know, you can't say anything to anybody anymore. I lost a friend in 2020. Right, wasn't even trying to start an argument. I repeatedly told this person I wasn't trying to start an argument, and they're still to this day carrying on. With this feud when there's shouldn't be no drama to begin with, but then they turn someone else against me who's also at the QT, and they just jumped on the bandwagon. And I wanted to bring up to a very important fact about the person that turned against me without getting my side of the story. When someone turns against you after believing stuff that someone else says without getting your side, that person was already looking for a reason to be against you. Okay? And four people at the top of my head that I have had conflicts with since 2019, actually five, they all fit the same stereotype. Um, besides being LBQT, they all suffered from self-esteem. They all suffered from anxiety. Um, you know, one of my videos actually helped people with anxiety, but you know, other than that, the lack of self-esteem. So what I get is especially from the LBQT crowd, um, they keep attacking me, you know, because sometimes bullying and people hating on you is because you have something that they wish that they had, and that I have extreme confidence in myself. I'm a straight guy that wears speedos in at the beach. When I go dancing, I go and I'm the first one dancing. You know, that's the whole thing about being a free spirit. Um, so you're doing you. You don't care what other people think about you. And New Age is a free spirit movement. It's one of them. Um, but you know, even at Pride events, that's supposed to be an event where the LBQT plus supposed to be comfortable being themselves. A lot of them, if you notice, they're not comfortable being themselves outside of Pride. So here's an event where they're supposed to be comfortable with themselves, and they're still not. Last year at Pride at the Beach, me and the girl I was dating at the time were the only two straight people dancing to the music that was playing, and you know that's supposed to be their event, to express themselves, to celebrate themselves, to celebrate who they are. And a lot of them still are not comfortable being who they are. And, um, I think, I know the people that are, um, that I had fallen out with since 2020, these past years, they're not comfortable with themselves. So they, in turn, attack someone like myself. That's not insecure. That's comfortable with themselves. That's confident. They don't have confidence in themselves, so they turn around and go against me because I have the courage they wish they had. Okay, and that's a lot of how bullying and how people that hate on you. That's why a lot of that happens. You have the courage that they don't have. They wish they had. So they don't want to see you have the courage, so they try to tear you down. Okay, that's a big instrument to why that happens. I'll give you another example. Um, I had two friends argue because one friend, out of the blue, um, messaged another friend and started talking shit about her. Okay, and um, said some mean things about her, and then blocked her. And um, the victim or the person on the receiving end uh, messaged me and told me about it, and I asked my friend why did you do that, and you know, you know how people are. Don't have to go into detail. So, but later, um, got into the argument with the person that no, and this was later in life. Like I got into the argument with the person that was talking junk to the individual, and I brought that up, and she actually admitted that she did that because she was jealous of the person she was talking junk of. So here it is, you know, here is a full example of what I was just talking about. Um, so now you're probably asking, why do I still go to Pride? Why do I still, because um, if there's anyone that's has reason to be against the LBQT community, I do have reasons, because like I said, I have friends that, or they were friends that keep attacking me, and I'm not trying to hurt them, but they look for reasons to be against me, you know. And again, Two of them, I legit have not done anything to. You know, the other ones they did something to me, then I retaliated. One I hexed. Um, one I just cussed out. Um, but two of them I have not done anything to. One of them I did say that. Um, actually, two of them I did say that I have done nothing to you but treat you with nothing but respect. And no. So you don't want to be a bad person. You don't want to change your character just because of bad people. It's tempting. Trust me. I had moments where I was gonna be like, screw it, I'm gonna be a bad person, and I'm gonna start hexing people. You know, but I chose not to, man. Um, you know, and a lot of my courage of being a free spirit and me doing my own thing and being, this is me, take it or leave it, was one of them. One of the influences was Boy George. You know, he's gay, and I'm a big fan of house music still. So Boy George was influenced by David Bowie. You guys remember, if you guys see my earlier videos about David Bowie, how he influenced and how people shouldn't be afraid to be themselves because they might be influencing someone, you know, in a positive way. That's that video. So again, that's not a this is not to attack the LBQT, but you know, some of the LBQT people that come at me are also claiming to be heavily into spirituality. But the thing is, a lot of them got to realize if you're into spirituality, the term sensitivity comes into play. Okay, but there's a difference between being highly sensitive and being overly sensitive. Highly sensitive is, you feel emotions from other people, so you could help understand, you could help relate, so then you could help heal the person. Overly sensitive is something happens, and then at the drop of the hat, your feelings are hurt, and you're crying, and you're now this needs to be canceled. There's a big difference. One helps heal, the other one plays the victim, and that's what a lot of the LBQT does. They play the victim, and they choose weakness instead of. And one of the flaw that they have is a lot of them will attack people that are not trying to hurt them, like myself, instead of going after the individuals that actually are trying to hurt them. It's almost like they're looking to be offended. You know, instead of in self-improving themselves, they choose to stay weak, and that's just it's the good thing about for us awakening communities is they're not really a threat. They can be a threat when it comes to ways lowering our vibration because, like I said, I got kicked out of a party because of LBQT community. Again, over something I was not trying to be offended, but you can't tell them anything. Once you offend them, that's it. But um, other than that, they're not much of a threat. Um, just keep doing your thing. Um, you know, they're a big contributor to cancel culture, and what's going to happen eventually is they're going to keep with this cancel culture stuff, and eventually something they like is going to get canceled, and then they might regret. Karma happens. Okay, that's going to be karma with that when that happens. When they like something very much and it gets canceled, that's going to be on them, and we're just going to look at them and say, "Hey, you guys started that. You guys opened up that can," and they're going to regret it. But I think that's it. Stay strong, guys. Um, you guys, I keep forgetting to say like and subscribe. I kind of don't do this to be big on YouTube anymore. It's, you know, kind of do this just to talk because my friends have different schedules. I used to have a friend group of awakeners that, we sit down and talk about and spread our um, ideals and, what's going on in the awakening community, New Age, Neo Pagan, reptilians. We used to have but um, one of the people that turned against me was also a BQT, and she chose, so that kind of dispersed, and then, you know, but just keep being you, because, so, yeah, if you want to, like and subscribe, but another thing about LBQT, I almost forgot to mention, they embody the free spirit look, okay? They'll dye their hair, they'll look a certain way, and, this and that, but the problem is they don't, um, they embody it in the outside, but they don't embody it in the inside, okay? Because they strive for outside validation, okay? And they really go nuts if someone doesn't validate them. They really cared about their choices. Who cares what anyone thinks, But, you know, there was one, what's that guy's name? Uh, there was some discussion. I think his name was Matt. I forgot his name, but his glasses, beard, you know, um, a lot of transgender individuals try to debate with him, and you know, he always kind of owns them respectfully, but he's labeled as a transphobe. Um, and one transgender individual, this proves that they strive for outside validation. Is um, she was like, they were like, I'm totally a woman, you know, and it said that she said that everyone in her friend circle says you're definitely a woman, but they were they were born a man, but um, so then he was like, the guy with glasses, he was like, so you need other people to tell you you're a woman, to validate that, and it proves it's, yeah, they um, changed their gender, but they're still looking for that outside validation, and you know, despite despite that, I think the question was, how can you tell me I'm not a woman when, you know, oh, and then he was like, uh, what is a woman, and the transgender individual can answer that, which was an adult human female, um, but again, in that exchange, the transgender individual was like, "Oh yeah, everyone says I'm a woman." So that tells you right there that members of that community, especially, strive for outside validation. You know, so that's that. Like I said, you want, like, subscribe, comment. This wasn't to hurt WQT, but this is trying to make a point. Uh, that being overly sensitive is not the greatest thing, and you know, there are victims of society that is catering to weakness, and we need to be above that. We need to be strong. Okay, you want to be whoever you want to be. by all means, but don't stay. I mean, I'm trying to say, I'm trying my best not to contradict myself, but if you continue to stay and cater to weakness, then more people are going to attack. Pretty much. So you have to rise above that. But it's, you try to tell them that, and you know, you try to tell them, I wasn't trying to offend you. So just do the best you can, dealing with, a lot of them that are not into spirituality, especially. Um, so good luck, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.